17 years ago, I jumped into homesteading full-time, and it's the best decision that I've ever made. Today, I'm sharing the top 5 reasons why I did it and how it's changed my life. Reason number 1, when I looked out on life with the little bit of work experience that I had, I was always selling myself for something bigger and better to come. It was very much like an addiction personality, trading my time for money for things that didn't make me happy. So I would be back working in a job that really didn't make me happy, so I could buy more things that really didn't make me happy. So the Sustainable Homestead Institute was an effort to reclaim freedom and reclaim personal sovereignty. Even starting the homestead at a relatively young age is an extremely privileged position. And it's not enough for me to be successful. I had to bring others along with me because we're very much separated from nature. But if I could get people back into the woods, learning these skills, feeling the joy and the love that comes from living close to the land, then maybe they can take a piece of that back to their own life and make their own life better for themselves, their families, their communities. Reason number 2 is, for me, it's extremely unsettling not knowing where our food comes from. Of course, we can go to the supermarket where it seems that they have everything that we could need or possibly want, but that is such a fraction of the diet that people ate for thousands of years. The reason those produce things are in the store is because they're profitable, they're easy to ship, and they're relatively easy to grow with mechanical means. Tractors, combines, big agricultural machinery. This gets us away from the small tribe and the reliance on your neighbors. That grocery store might be the next community over. It might be miles away. It might be in a different state even. For so many in urban and rural America, while there's a neighbor right next door to you, we're living inside a food desert where we have to go miles away to get the produce. And in that journey, we're exporting our labor and the money that we make to the next community over. That next community is enriched through tax dollars and the spending. I'm in Ridgeway, Virginia, where we joke it's 20 minutes from everything. Our goal, whether it's large farm acreage, whether it's a suburban backyard, or whether it's a window box in the city, is to produce what we need. And what I really like about the community that we built and been a part of is that right up the road, there's a lady that sells elderberry syrups for medicinal stuff. There's cattle producers right down the road, pig producers. Everything you need is right here. And it's through sharing and through barter and through that connection to community that we make a stronger, more resilient place to live. Reason number 3, I think we're on number 3, is that I wanted to learn real tangible skills. So often we hear colleges attacked for filler classes like underwater basket weaving, which might be really good. I don't know. That's probably outside the scope of the video. But we have all these filler things where when we came onto the land, there were things that we absolutely had to do and that were a requirement. Shelter for the animals, shelter for ourselves, heating systems, water purification. The survival skills that I learned at other places had to be used and had to be implemented in a timely fashion. Otherwise, we were going to die. There's no better teacher than real need and experience that only nature can provide. It's only when your back is up against the wall will you strive to your highest level of mastery, right? There's so many YouTube videos, so many people doing stuff that looks really cool, but we never see the follow-up. We never see how they failed. We never see what they could have done better. And that's what we're about here, is providing that training ground. So you can see our mistakes, you can see how we fix them, we can see what we're working on, and that how we can improve as we develop the skill set and the toolbox that has worked really, really well for us and our community. One of the things that really I kind of beat myself up on is spending too much time trying to get the wrong thing to work. It's like trying to get a square peg into a round hole. One thing for me in particular was I'd seen a lot of videos on the internet and actually built some rocket mass heaters. It's a beautifully efficient design, but when I put it into the greenhouse, the changing of the pressures because of all the fans, the lack of insulation in the greenhouse itself, and putting all those things together created an inefficient space for the rocket stove to go. And I can't tell you how many nights I just stood up there watching the flame smoke back into the greenhouse, the rocket stove not develop any heat into the mass. Sure, we had heat into the barrel riser, but the mass wasn't getting hot. And ultimately, I spent a lot of money. I moved a lot of stone to act as a thermal mass, but I wasted a lot of time on this project. And it wasn't the right fit for the greenhouse. So backing that off. We got the right system in place. I love the way it works now, but I've wasted so much time. And those skills you don't learn without actually getting into practice. You can't learn those skills on YouTube. You can't learn those skills from books. You have to get out there and make the mistakes. So that's what we do at the Sustainable Homestead Institute. Is you hear that quote, it's like the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. And a lot of the lessons that we've learned have come from the mistakes we made. But we can make those mistakes because we have a proving ground for these technologies that we've lost over hundreds, thousands of years. It's real skills that make everything work. Reason number 4 is I wanted to prepare for uncertainty. How many times do we see in the news, particularly today, perpetual warfare, food insecurity, rising cost of food, bird flu, egg shortages. Thanksgiving is coming up here soon, and I see a lot of times stores running out of stuff. It's like, oh, there's no stuffing, oh, there's no hams, there's no turkeys, whatever it is. If we build these systems, we can create communities that are stronger by sharing what we have and the abundance from these systems. I can go up the street, get eggs. I can go to the local pork farmer, and I can enrich the community by trading and being a part of it. It's not about hiding from the uncertainty. It's about embracing the market that is sharing and trading. There's a story about a farmer raising the corn. He wins the corn competition every year. And the newspaper, when they come to interview him, they said, how do you grow such great corn? And they're really amazed to find out that he's sharing seed with everyone around him. And the takeaway is that through cross-pollination, he can't have the best corn unless his neighbors have great corn as well, because they're going to share and germinate each other and create a better corn. If his neighbors had terrible corn and it was cross-pollinating with his seed would be contaminated with the undesirable corn, and he wouldn't have this compounding effect of having the best corn year after year after year. We're about sharing, we're about strengthening the community, and through that we can prosper. But if the community isn't prospering, we can't prosper. And finally, I wanted to invest in my family and my own health. When I first started, I was incredibly overweight, unhealthy, dependent on the ubiquitous calories that fast food provided for us. And I knew I needed to do something better. And while it took me a while to get all those things in order, ultimately I knew I needed to change from the person that I was to the person that I am now, and ultimately the person that I'm becoming. And that was taking control of my health through lifting weights and eating correctly and knowing where my food came from. It transformed me from a terribly depressed, unhappy, unconnected person to a person that helps out his community and is about enriching the lives of people around him. We want to help you develop yourself as well as your property. So we've put together free resources for you to take advantage of. We have our spring garden prep guide, how to build one of our mobile chicken coops, and that goes along with our ultimate chicken mastery guides. All of these are free resources that you can use to develop your logical homestead as well as developing yourself as a person. You can't have one without the other, and it's our hope to be a beacon of light and shine in the darkness so that people can grow and become successful and who they were meant to be. Take advantage of these free resources. The link's in the description, or go to sustainablehomestead.com. If you have any questions, please reach out, and we'll be extremely excited to see you in person when you visit us on the homestead.